Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com. My website is teamchicago.tv. Back in 1985-86, EJ Faasen, the owner of Grattan Raceway, and I got together. EJ wanted to get more spectators to come see the sport, motorcycle road racing. So we came up with this idea of the Michigan Gran Prix. It was going to be a race open to novices and experts, any size motorcycle, a 10-lap race. There'd be a purse, and we would find out who the fastest riders in Michigan were, or the fastest riders in the country. So let's check out the first race, 1990, the Michigan Grand Prix. And don't forget my email, teamdan45@gmail.com.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the race that we all came out here for, the Michigan Grand Prix. This is race number 1 of this 5-race series to be held at Grattan Raceway Park, located 15 miles northeast of Grand Rapids, Michigan. We've got the 1988 champ here, Phil Pummell, and he'll be riding the Honda, and he's out of Ohio. And we got the 1989 champ, Fritz Kling, and he's riding on a Yamaha. Also entered are Randy Gaddy from Warren, Michigan, Marty Miller from Dayton, Ohio, Mike Carm out of Michigan City, Indiana, Stevie Patterson out of Detroit, Michigan, Gary Hatherley from Fisher, Indiana, John Urridge from Aurora, Illinois. As they get ready for the start of the Michigan Grand Prix, race 1. Jumping out front, Fritz Kling in that 950 Yamaha. It's a 750, punched out the 950, and right behind him with the stock engine Honda is Phil Pummell, number 60. Randy Gaddy's in 3rd. 4th place looks like Marty Miller on that 500 Suzuki. Coming through the sweeper. Fritz Kling still up front. As everybody sorts their way through this first lap. Over 35 bikes have entered this. Down the front straightaway again. Fritz Kling still up front. Battle going on for second between Randy Gaddy and Phil Pummell, number 60 and number 80. Randy Gaddy's out of Warren, Michigan, and he's on a Suzuki, but looks like Phil Pummell won the battle to the first turn, down in the hairpin. Phil Pummell seems to still have second place wrapped up. Randy Gaddy's in 3rd on a Suzuki. It's 1100 Suzuki. The riders sort themselves out of the hairpin down these two dog legs. Here comes Fritz Kling out of S's to the jump. Fritz Kling on the Yamaha. He's out of East Lansing, Michigan. 2nd place. Still looks like a battle between Phil Pummell and Randy Gaddy. Got a battle going on for 5th place between Stevie Patterson and Gary Hatherley. Gary Hatherley's on 1100 Suzuki, and Stevie Patterson, who's running the number 1 plate, he's only on a 600 Yamaha. As they come down the front straightaway, Fritz Kling, East Lansing, Michigan, is still up front. Watch that battle. We got 3 men going for second. Coming into this first corner, this 100-mile-an-hour right-hander jumping up front. Randy Gaddy's got it. He's got 2nd place. 3rd place looks like Phil Pummell. 4th place was Marty Miller. 5th place was Gary Hatherley. 6th place was Stevie Patterson. Still up front, Fritz Kling, number 421. It's like Randy Gaddy's got 2nd place pretty well locked up. Nope, Phil Pummell makes a move on the outside. Phil Pummell has moved back into 2nd place. Randy Gaddy's in 3rd as Fritz Kling comes out of the hairpin on this 950 Yamaha. 750 punched out to 950. Watch him coming in to the corner. He's going through the S's, leading up to the jump. Fritz Kling is still up front in this Michigan Grand Prix from Grattan Raceway. Bob Sandy. He's on the Kawasaki, but in the meantime, Don Lewis on that 250 Yamaha. He's moving up to from 13th. I think he's moving into 12th place now. It's only a 250 Yamaha. Looks like Randy Gaddy has jumped out in second place. And Marty Miller on that 500 Suzuki is now in third place, followed by Phil Pummell. Phil Pummell blew up his good engine down Daytona, so he's only running a stock engine Honda. So Phil Pummell has been put back in fourth place. Just watch him through the S's. Got a left-hander, right-hander. Another left that leads you up to the jump as Marty Miller chases after Randy Gaddy. Here comes Don Lewis again on that 250. Don Lewis had a bad start. He's stuck back in 12th place, but he's moving pretty good through the traffic. Randy Gaddy, Marty Miller, Phil Pummell. Watching for fifth place. Number 27, Gary Hatherley seems to be leading Stevie Patterson. Like Mike Carm out of Michigan City, Indiana. Here comes Bob Sandy on the Kawasaki, 750 Kawasaki. He's getting around pretty good, but down in 14th place. White flag, 1 lap to go. Still up front. Fritz Kling, number 421 on Yamaha. Last year's Michigan Gran Prix champ, and he's walking away with it today. He's got a good 30 seconds now over second place. Check that, maybe 15 seconds. We'll check it out on this final as they come to the checkered flag. This is it, Fritz Kling, number 421, wins the Michigan Grand Prix, race number 1. 10 seconds back it is. Randy Gaddy, number 82nd, 483. Marty Miller, third. Fourth place, Phil Pummell out of Jamestown, Ohio, is in fourth place. Number 55, Mike Carm out of Honda Suzuki. Sixth place, Stevie Patterson. In seventh place, Gary Hatherley.
It is now time for trophies. Phil Pummell picking up fourth place, Michigan Grand Prix. He's from Jamestown, Ohio, riding at 750 Honda. Third place, Marty Miller. He's from Dayton, Ohio, running at 500cc, two-stroke Suzuki. Place, riding at 1100cc Suzuki, Randy Gaddy, and he's from Warren, Michigan. And winning the first Michigan Grand Prix at Grattan Raceway for 1990, it is Fritz Kling on the Yamaha, and he's from East Lansing, Michigan. Past champions of the Michigan Grand Prix Series in 1986, Jim Knapp won it on a Yamaha 500 GP bike. Scott Zampach won it in 97 on a 750 Suzuki and 1100 Suzukis. Phil Pummell won it in 1988 on his Honda 750, and Fritz Kling won it in 1989 on his 750 Yamaha. So what happened to the Michigan Grand Prix Series? WERA felt that this series was taken away from their Formula USA series that they owned and had a TV deal on. We had a falling out, and EJ arranged for me to race with AMA CCS for 92, 93, and 94. I rejoined with WERA in 1995 and made a commitment to run the WERA National Endurance Series, and the rest is history. Now let's talk to my good friend, Ray Yoder.
Ray Yoder, who in the first race of the day, a Superbike, you cautiously ran away with it, and in fact no one was even near it. What was your trick out there?
Well, it was fairly wet, and I'm on the Metzler Comp K, the DOT street version tires, and they seem to work about the best in the rain, you know, as far as not having a rain slick, you know. So it enabled me to kind of get out and get a good start and get away from everybody and just kind of cruise home for the win, you know.
Yeah, it looked pretty easy, but it's really not easy. I mean, you make it look easy.
Yeah, you know, you're trying your hardest no matter what, you know, and there's slick spots that you have to avoid, or when you do go through them, you know, go through them with extreme caution, you know. But altogether, it makes it still fun.
Okay, now, last time we talked to you up here, you said Ron and Brian was working on getting an 1100 Suzuki together. Do you got that bike here today?
No, at that same time that we talked, that day, you know, my 1100 that I was going to race the Grand Prix in blew up on me. So we had to put a new motor in it to get it ready for the following weekend at Elkhart Lake. Well, that weekend, a different motor blew up. So I've had to work and get one finally that can run in a stock production form, you know, to win these Suzuki races. So what I've had to do, I'm going to go ahead and start today's Michigan Grand Prix from the 7th row and hopefully, you know, get through some people and maybe run up front for a while.
Okay, but you're still planning on running most of these Formula USA races?
Yeah, definitely. Any of them that I can go to as far as meet travel expenses and so forth, I'm going to go to. We are getting that bike prepared for that event. We've just had to spend the past few weeks getting one to run for in production form.
Okay, so you want to mention your sponsors again? And
yeah, if I could, I'd like to thank Ron and Brian Suzuki. They work with me really well. Avery Innes of Innes Racing Services, he's out of Waukegan. Kirker, Dynojet Research, Field Cheer Leathers, AGV Helmets, Jeff Ross with Spectral Oils. I believe that covers them.
Okay, so we should look for you in the Grand Prix today, and we should look for you in the future, though, at these Formula USA races, which are going to be televised, not in Chicago that I know of. And have you seen my show on TV yet?
Yeah, I have. It's real nice. It's real good form.
Okay, that's on TCI, right? You're in Streamwood now? You live?
Streamwood, right.
Okay, Ray, good luck. We'll be watching for you number 52 on 1100 Suzuki.
Right. Thanks,
okay.
Dan.
This is it. This is a race we've been waiting for, Michigan Grand Prix. Lunch break is over. The riders come out for the hot lap. Got the winner of last race, race number 1 from a month ago. Fritz Kling has got the pole. And he's from East Lansing. He's riding a Yamaha. Randy Gaddy. He's from Warren, Michigan. He's on a Suzuki. Mike Carm from Michigan City, Indiana. He's also on a Suzuki. Phil Pummell from Jamestown, Ohio, is on a Honda. Bob Sandy, he's from Streeter, Illinois. He's on a Kawasaki. Alan Bertinoli, he's from Schaumburg, Illinois. He's on a Suzuki. Ray Yoder from Streamwood, he's on a Suzuki. Everybody's bike's set up. Everybody's getting ready to go. Fritz Kling is running number 421. Next to him on the front row is Randy Gaddy, number 80. Phil Plumell's there, number 60, as we get ready for the start of this race. Jumping out front, Randy Gaddy. Moving on the inside now is Fritz Kling. Fritz Kling just went by Randy Gaddy. Making a move now, number 52, Ray Yoder on a Suzuki, just past Randy Gaddy, number 80. Fritz Kling moving up front. It's on that 950 Yamaha. It's a 750 punched out. Second place, Ray Yoder on 1100 Suzuki. As Fritz Kling leads him to the hump. As the rest of the pack chases Fritz Kling, the second Michigan Grand Prix of the season at Grattan Raceway. Coming out of the first corner, Fritz Kling, number 421, Yamaha mounted, sponsored by Vitaspell. It's organic noodles. Engine's built by Ron Ham Cycle. He's running Dunlop tires, second place. Randy Gaddy. No, Randy Gaddy's back in 5th now. Second place. On Suzuki, number 52. Ray Yoder. Third place. Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson. Novice rider. He's also on Suzuki. He's running in 3rd. Comes Fritz Kling down the front straightaway again. Yamaha mounted. Second place, Ray Yoder. Third place, Tom Wilson. Fritz leads him into the first corner. Ray Yoder's chasing him. Fritz makes it. Right-hander, left-hander. As you watch for Tom Wilson, novice rider running in 3rd place. He's looking pretty good. Bob Sandy has now moved into 4th place. Bob Sandy on a Kawasaki. 5th place, Mike Carm. 6th place, Randy Gaddy. 7th place, Alan Bertinoli. 8th place, John Elridge. There goes Phil Pummell. Looks like his Honda's slowing down a little bit. As we watch Ken Kazaraki, he's on a 600 Yamaha. Seems to be getting around a little better on the Yamaha. Back in 11th place. Goes to the jump. Here comes Fritz again. Front straightaway. So he's got about 3-second lead over second place. Fritz Kling out of East Lansing, Michigan. Yamaha mounted. Ray Yoder, second place on a Suzuki. Third place, still Tom Wilson, his novice rider on a Suzuki. Tom Wilson. As he leads the Grattan hump. Down the front straightaway. Comes Alan Bertinoli chasing down Randy Gaddy. John Elridge is there. Here comes Phil Pummell. Looks like he's back in 12th place as Bob Sandy almost loses it as he comes at an off-camber. Left-hander. Bob Sandy on a Kawasaki 750s running in 4th. Doing a wheelie out of the last corner down the front straightaway. Fritz Kling. He's on that Vitaspell Yamaha organic noodle sponsor. He leads the pack into the first corner. Ray Yoder still in second. Watch Fritz. Makes it through turn number 2. Right-hander, now this off-camber left-hander, downhill. Watch this winning style, Fritz Kling, 950 Yamaha. Still leading the pack. Jose Bertinoli into the first corner. Number 14 from Schaumburg, sponsored by Ryan and Brian Suzuki out of Waukegan. Being chased by John Elridge. He's out of Aurora, Illinois, also on Suzuki. Bertonoli out of Schaumburg. Fritz Kling leads him down the front straightaway again. Second place, Ray Yoder. Ray Yoder on the Ron and Brian Suzuki. Third place, Tom Wilson, also on a Suzuki. Tom Wilson's from Oregon, Ohio. Fourth place, Rob Sandy. Fifth place, Mike Carm from Michigan City, Indiana. Sixth place, Randy Gaddy. Seventh place, Alan Bertinoli. Eighth place, John Elridge. Ninth place, Ken Kazaraki. Finally in 12th place, on a Sloan Honda, is Phil Pummell, 1988 champion, as we see Fritz coming down the fast right-hander, leading to the Grattan hump. Second place, Ray Yoder. Third place, novice racer, Tom Wilson on a Suzuki. Out of place was Bob Sandy on a Kawasaki. This was Mike Carm. Sixth place was Randy Gaddy. Seventh place, Alan Bertinoli, as Ken Kazaraki chases John Elridge for the battle for ninth. In the meantime, we'll swing over in the front straightaway as Fritz Kling picks up the win in Michigan Grand Prix Race 2 for the 1990 season at Grattan Raceway. Number 52, Ray Yoder, and at Ron and Brian's Suzuki. Fritz Kling is sponsored by Four Seasons Yamaha and Vita Spell Oriental Noodles. There's third place, and that's novice rider Tom Wilson out of Ohio. Fourth place, Kawasaki mounted Rob Sandy. Fifth place, Mike Carm. Place, Suzuki, Randy Gaddy. Well, winning the second Michigan Grand Prix of the year, or as I call the second Michigan Grand Prix of the decade.
Yep.
Fritz Kling has ran away with it again. So what do you attribute your success out here to?
Well, the weather holding out a little bit. I don't have any rain slicks with me, so I was praying for no rain. And my bike was running really good, and it helped a lot.
So you're going to be ready for these Formula USA races? Think it's got enough HP to be competitive, or?
No, no, not as far as I've seen. I've heard a lot of things, and I have to do a lot to mine.
Okay, what about, now you're not going to any AMA races, you're not going to any national, you're just going to be coming here, running the WERA races?
No, my new sponsor, American Eagle Racing, is going to all the AMA races and going to try to make most of the WERA Pro events.
Okay, now who's this new sponsor? Why don't you give me a little clue us in?
American Eagle, Jeff Wilson of Louisville, Kentucky, and he's a team owner, and he's got help from Yoshimura, and right now, I don't know who the main sponsor is because I haven't talked to the manager yet, but we got Jay Springsteen and Donald Jacks as the front two riders.
Okay, yeah, they were running down at Indianapolis in the endurance thing.
That was the start of it right there, and then they asked me to ride. So. Okay,
so what size bike is this? What kind of bike?
Oh, it'll be a factory Yoshimura 1100.
Suzuki?
Suzuki, yep.
Oh, okay. So that's who you're going to be racing?
The Endurances and the Formula USA's with, and they're also going to have some 750 Superbike races too. They're going to have a couple bikes for all three of us.
Oh, really? So that means you're going to be putting your Yamaha away, or?
No, I'll still run it here, and I'll run it all the ones I can get it to the races around here, the Formula races. But all the ones that I have to fly to, I'm going to use their bikes.
Okay, now why don't you tell me about your sponsors on the Yamaha? You mentioned you got a food company. And
yeah, Vitaspelt, excuse me.
Okay, and what is that?
That's a noodle company, organic noodles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got hooked up with a friend of mine who's got some, I guess, stock in their company, and they talked, and then we talked, and ended up getting sponsored by them.
Okay, so who else do you got sponsoring you?
Phil Flack and Dunlop.
All right.
Ron Hamp Cycle. They build most of my motors, and Four Seasons Yamaha.
Okay, so now people want to come out here the next race, which would be June. Well, there's going to be end of June. There's a race. End of July there's a race, and there's one in September. I make up the 3 Michigan Grand Prix. They should come up to Grattan if they want to see you. You think you're going to be able to go 5 for 5?
I'll try. I don't know how my schedule's going to be right now. I don't know if I'm going to make them all anyway.
Oh, you don't know if there's going to be a conflict? Well, how Road America is going to be a conflict?
I don't. It just depends on what I want to do. If there's money, then that's what I'm working on right now, not having to pay for a whole lot.
Well, I agree with you there. Okay, good talking to you again, and good luck in the future.
All right, thank you.
My good friend Fritz Kling. Godspeed, Fritz. For more information on Grattan Raceway, it's GrattanRacewayParkMX.com. For WERA, it's WERA.com. On Facebook, it's WERA.roadracing. To contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. And remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action, Dan Schmitt Politics to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winnemac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana 39. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles.